Hey guys, it's Dayglow here, and I got my cyber gadgets for you today, and basically this deck I just felt like making it because I needed a deck to make for my locals that I was going to go to this past Saturday, but unfortunately I wasn't able to because we had a big snowstorm up here, so the roads were really bad. So basically this is Cyber Dragons and Go-Go Gadgets combined, which is why it's called Cyber Gadgets. I also added a little bit of a Mahina twist in this, just because I wanted this deck to be like, you know, if you get rid of one option, there's other options. So it really works out for that, and it's relatively fast. So I think, you know, I wouldn't recommend using it for regionals or whatever, probably, but for just fucking around, I think it's pretty good. So anyways, I have two Cyber Dragons with me. As you can see, one is proxied out. I am probably going to get that Cyber Dragon today. I'm not 100% sure, but there will be 3 Cyber Dragons in this deck. Reason being is because if you don't run 3 Cyber Dragons, you're pretty much a scrub. So yeah. In this, I only run 2 sets of gadgets. I know in most gadget decks, or pretty much all gadget decks, there's 3 sets of gadgets. I kind of found that unnecessary in this. Even though gadgets do have a lot of surge power, and that basically is like your engine. Gadgets to me get kind of old and useless. I tend to use my last remaining gadgets as fusion material for my Chimera Tech Overdragon. So I mean they're pretty gadgets. Gadgets are good. Just I don't feel that I need to run 3. 1 proto, because in this you really only need 1. It's tight on space. It's a 41 card deck, and 1 proto really I think is necessary because it's the low attack and low defense. So unless you have a crazy ass combo that's gonna pop right out of your ass, then you don't really need 2 protos. 2's ways. A lot of people run 3. I really find 3 unnecessary in Cyber Dragon decks. I mean, 2 is kind of even like just on the line, which you're not supposed to cross. Like 3, I really think you're crossing that line. I mean, you don't need 3. And so yeah, 2 Valleys, because Valleys is just great. And this is part of the Mahina twist gear frame. Gear frame is pretty much your engine for Fortress. So yeah, gear frame is just great. Plus his attack is pretty good. So Scrap Recycler, which is basically your Foolish. So he comes in handy. Fortress, I know a lot of people run 2 to 3 Fortresses, but in this, because I'm really tight on space, I'm only running 1, and the more logical reason is because I only have 1. But I don't feel like I need to run 2. I mean, if I do run 2, I'll probably take out another Zwei for it, but you know, I don't see myself running 2 at all. Just need 1. One's a big enough bitch as it is. The Light Hex, because it's good for Cyber Dragons. A lot of people run 2, and 2 or more in their Cyber Dragons, but I only feel 1 is really necessary. I mean, I don't really use this guy a lot. If anything, I'll use him for synchroing into a 6-star synchro with one of my 3-star tuners. But you know, he's there. Sangan is just crazy. Gale, because he's super. Effect Veiler, because just a badass effect. Onto spells, Triple Book of Moon. Because if you're not running Triple Book of Moon right by now, you're pretty much a scrub. Double MST. In my opinion, I think the double MST is kind of getting a little far-fetched by now. So I'm actually probably going to take out an MST for a Pot of Avarice. And because quite frankly, Double MST, I know a lot of people like to use that double MST Trunade combo. You know, MST is good, but really you only need one in this. Swords for stall. I love swords. Sarco, searching, blah blah blah. Mind control. I'm actually probably gonna side deck this card out for solidarity, because solidarity is actually really good in this. The only problem I'm gonna have is that I have Light Hex, Sangan, Gale, and Effect Veiler as my non-machines. So you get them in the graveyard. Solidarity is not gonna work. So, and Mind Control is just basically for synchros and shit. And this deck you could use synchros, but it's not a synchro-friendly base deck. So, Poly, Future Fusion. Actually, I don't run Limiter Removal or Overload Fusion or Power Bond in this, and a lot of people might think that's like fucked up, because that's what Cyber Dragon is all about. But like I said, it's a Cyber Gadget, so I mean, Future Fusion and Poly are good, although I use Future Fusion more than I use Poly, but whatever. Trunade, and then Reborn and Dark Hole. Onto traps. Bottomless Trap Hole, Mirror Force, Dimensional Prison, Sakuretsu, Torrential. I don't know why people will side deck either Torrential or Dark Hole. I mean, just because you have Torrential doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't have Dark Hole. I mean, like, that's stupid. They both do the same thing. Come on, what the hell? So Torrential is staying. Dark Bribe. I still love this card, because this card, even though it allows your opponent for draw power, it still gets rid of some pesky spells or traps or whatever the hell you want to take care of. So it gets the job done. And Defense Draw is rounding out the traps, because Defense Draw, I mean, I still think it is a badass card, and you people should be running it. Like, no excuse not to be running it. I mean, no battle damage, and you draw a card. So yeah, it's great. Onto extra deck for fusions. I got a Cyber Twin. I'm probably gonna run two, but for now I have one. Chimera Tech Over Dragon. I am gonna get a Fortress Dragon today, so Fortress Dragon is here. Just in spirit, he's here. Cyber End. A lot of people run two Cyber Ends, which really puzzles me, because Cyber End is not great in twos. So I'm just running one. For synchros, I have double Stardust, because Stardust is just super awesome. And yeah, I know I'm not really gonna get Stardust out a lot, considering my two only tuners are Gale and Effect Veiler. But whatever. If it happens, it happens. Ancient Fairy, because Ancient Fairy actually does help out even in defense. Like, it's just good. And then Black Rose to round out the extra deck, just because you need to run Black Rose. So anyways, guys, that was the video. If you want to make any comments or whatever, you can leave your comments, whatever you want to do. If you want to just ramble on about whatever the hell, just say some random shit, feel free. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video.